Molokai, Hawaii's best-kept secret since the island's introduction to tourism. What's so special about this Hawaiian island that you probably have never heard of? Exactly that. No one remembers this because, well, no one ever talks about it. In June 2024, my mom asked her favorite child, me, and only me, to go on a trip with her to this island in Hawaii. Mind you, I've been to every other island except this one, so it was kind of a surprise to hear that this place even existed. Regardless, we hopped on a plane, traveled over the Pacific to this quaint and calm and beautiful island to discover what makes Molokai so special. So in this video, we'll look at the history of Molokai, the people, and of course, what you can do when you visit. First, brief history lesson. Molokai is the middle child of the Hawaiian Islands, and just like every middle child, they're forgotten about. The first Polynesians settled here in the Halawa Valley around 650 AD. It's at the far eastern end of Molokai, and there is beautiful rainforests and lush greenery, perfect for, well, settling. European Captain George Vancouver discovered this island for the Western world in 1792, logging about 10,000 inhabitants, but real records show that it was mostly closer to 7,000 natives. These original natives were highly respected by the other islanders due to their submission to the Hawaiian gods, keeping many invaders at bay. However, and long story short, their peaceful by themselves seclusion did not last long. They were overthrown by the other Hawaiian kings in the late 1700s due to the prestige location for fishing and access to the other islands. Essentially, the other Hawaiian kings were like, hey, we can use your island to, well, go and attack the other ones. And then we're gonna go and, overthrow you. 2 centuries later, it became the state of Hawaii. And there's so much history to cover about this island, but that's not the only thing that makes Molokai so special. It's the people and the culture of this island. When you go to Molokai, ye be warned, it is very polychronic, as in time means nothing. Every day is different, and honestly, that's one of my favorite things about the island. One local I met works at Purdy's macadamia nut farm, and she was just so kind. And that's the thing I noticed about basically every single islander on this island, was that they are so hospitable and just so welcoming, and they really want to know who you are. And they are passionate about their history and their culture. Specifically, if you love culture and you love hiking, you must do the Halawa Valley Falls cultural hike. The tour guides have lived in the Halawa Valley for generations, and they share about the significant historical and cultural events that took place in this region. And I'll explain more about this tour later on in this video. Overall, the people on this island are very laid back and definitely go with the flow, and that can be found all around the island, so this is the perfect place to relax and unwind. My mom and I stayed in a tiny little Airbnb in the Kaluakoi villas between the Kapui Beach and Make Horse Beach, both within a 5-minute walk. When you walk in, there is a cozy living room with a small kitchen to the left. The winding staircase leads to a loft above with a queen bed and a set of drawers as well. And there is a gorgeous lookout to the ocean. Even without AC, the constant breeze on the island kept it quite comfortable. We made most of our own meals and rarely ate out, mainly because it was quite a trek to the main city. About 40 minutes to be precise. Once you do trek into town, I recommend visiting Purdy's macadamia nut farm, as they let you crush your own macadamia nuts and eat them, as my mom demonstrates here. There are also plenty of local farmers selling their fruits and vegetables at a reasonable price, and we ended up eating some delicious meals because of that. If you decide to eat out, the Molokai Pizza Cafe sells delicious pizza, and we obviously had to get the classic Hawaiian pizza because, well, when in Hawaii. We spent a lot of time sitting on the beach, reading, and enjoying the sound of waves crashing around us. This is honestly one of my favorite vacation spots, solely because the whole trip was just so relaxing. because whenever there's a beach, multiple beaches without literally a single person around, you're gonna take that opportunity. If you're looking for some more active activities to do, we did a 3-mile downstream kayaking tour along the southern coast where we got to see huge sea turtles and just have some good conversation with our tour guides. It was really nice because my mom and I were the only 2 people on this kayaking tour, so we really got to spend the whole tour just talking with the tour guides. There was also the Kukui Hapu Kalupapa, I need to figure out, lookout, that overlooks the famous 1860s leper colony. Currently, there is no accessible route to visit this community, but there is so much fascinating history about this and about the whole leper colonies as well. So if you want more history about the peninsula, leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to make a video about it because there was just so much that I could unpack there. The activity that I recommend every single person to do, as I mentioned before, is the Halawa Valley Falls Cultural Hike. Our tour guide, Devak, led us through his property, offering a cultural experience along the way. To begin, they take us back to the common knowledge of early Polynesians to ask permission to enter a clan's property with a conch shell. If you hear back, you will be welcomed. And if you're not, well. But thankfully we were welcomed. As we journeyed through the rainforest, we met Uncle Greg, who taught us the cultural norms when you enter another person's property. From there, you learn about the history of their people and the land as you hike through their property to one of the most beautiful waterfalls on the island. This hike is about 3 to 4 miles round trip and is best suited for those who are able-bodied and can trek on uneven footing, as you will cross 2 smallish rivers and traverse up and down hills through nature's wild plants. At the end, you are led to the best waterfall on the island, Mauaula Falls, and you get to jump in and swim around. It was so beautiful, and I highly recommend doing this cultural hike as you get first-hand history of the people of Molokai and stunning views along the way. Plus, you get to jump into a literal waterfall. That is awesome. Overall, the historical significance, the kind and welcoming people, and the relaxing atmosphere make for a great Hawaii vacation. While it's not your average Honolulu or Big Island volcano extravaganza, this quaint island is home to rich history preserved through generations, voting against mainstream hotel chains and skyscrapers because they want to protect this quaint and calm community. The people who live in Molokai love this island for exactly what it is: small, quaint, communal, and hospitable. That's what makes it so special. If you're thinking about a Hawaii vacation that's away from crowds and more on the beaten path, sometimes literally, this island is right for you. I hope you enjoyed that overview of Molokai, the history, the people, and my own experience traveling there in 2024. And if you've been to Molokai, feel free to let me know if there's anything that I missed that you would love, that you want people to know about. And what are your thoughts on this wonderful island? As always, and hopefully continually, please leave a like and a comment, as I want to read each and every single one of them. And thank you just so much for the support. I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you, and mahalo!